Right, this is my 10 of the world's best-selling albums of all time. Um, this information is taken from Wikipedia. Just read out a bit of information here. It says that the criteria are that the figure must have been published by a reliable source and the album must have sold at least 20 million copies worldwide. Most albums have different estimates of sales. In the list, the highest sales reported for an album is added to the list. Groupings are based on different sales benchmarks. The highest benchmark is for the claim of at least 100 million copies, and the lowest are for claims of 20 to 29 million copies. Albums are listed in order of numbers of copies sold by the artist's first name. The list contains all types of albums, including studio, greatest hits, compilation, various artists, soundtrack, and remix. A number of issues make exact figures difficult to calculate, as historical data before the 1980s and from developing countries is incomplete. Also, fans, record companies, and the media are prone to making the sales figure higher than they actually are to boost the image of the act. The list also does not take into account the resale of used albums or the emergence of illegal downloading of digital music. So here is 10 which I own, which are on the top 12 list. I am missing a couple, but I have 10 here I can show you. We have Michael Jackson Bad, released in 1987 at 39 million copies. I have Fleetwood Mac Rumours, released in 1977, 40 million copies. There's quite a few 70s albums here. A soundtrack, Saturday Night Fever, released in 77 again at 40 million copies, the same as Rumours. Another soundtrack, Dirty Dancing, released in 87 at 42 million copies. Eagles, their greatest hits, 1971 to 75, released in 76. Again, 42 million copies. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell, 1977. That's 3 albums on the top 10, released in 1977, on the greatest selling albums of all time. This sold at 43 million copies. Soundtrack, this might surprise a few of you. The Bodyguard, released in 1992. This sold 44 million copies. Obviously has Whitney Houston and various other artists on there, but mostly Whitney Houston, I think. Top 3 now. AC/DC Back in Black, released in 1980 at 49 million copies. Second spot, Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon, released in 73 at 50 million copies. But number 1 by a landslide, as you probably guessed, Michael Jackson's Thriller, released in 1982 at over 130 million copies. Just incredible. So there you go. A bit of a footnote video, just anyone who was interested. Until next time, everyone. Bye for now.